The Batman Part 2 comes out October 1st, 2027. With all that said, this movie's still not shot, the script is not written yet, but even with all that, it still has a release date. Now, I only mentioned it and I only worded it like that because a lot of people have quite a bit of concerns when it comes to this movie. And in fact, they've made the claim that this movie will be canceled, that it's not happening. I'm here to make the argument that we are still getting this movie. And without further ado, we're going to get into that. So, what I mean by that is, even though there's no filming being done right now, there's no script being shot or wrote. Sorry, wow, can't speak today. Script being wrote, it still has a release date and it's still getting promising updates from the co CEO of DC Studios, James Gunn. Now, somebody who is, is in charge and, of that position, somebody with that power, responsible for, these big things in DC, right? When it comes to DC movies, he wouldn't just blindly say that something is happening when it's not, when they can't do it. You know what I mean? You then at that point you develop bad faith within your customers. It's not even just fans; they're customers. These are customers. These are people that are coming to pay money, right? So, and not for nothing, but it'll spread to the general audience as well because once the journalists get a hold of it, they're going to spread that, and then that's going to go even further. And at that point, everybody is going to get that word. So, you know, when somebody comes out and says something is happening or not, you tend to take that seriously. And again, I wanted to note that because only just recently a fan asked James Gunn, "Hey, what's going on? Are there positive updates with the Batman Part 2?" And he said there are. He confirmed it. Not only that, but there's official reports saying that filming is going to begin next year. So, my question to you people that say it's not going to happen, it's getting canceled, what makes you think that? What are your sources? Is it because it's taken a little long time for Matt Reeves to develop a script? Is that the reason why? Because if that was the case, I mean, there's a lot of movies that aren't going to happen by that standard. I mean, hell, half of the half of the DCU shot at this point. Not even just that, but just Chapter One. I mean, it's been how long now since we got the announcement of Chapter One, Gods and Monsters, and we only just got what Creature Commandos and Superman. I mean, not again going off of this logic, it some of these things might not happen, and I mean, I'm just, I'm just putting out, I'm just trying to make a point here. I'm not saying that this is true. I'm just trying to make a point for those who are just again jumping the gun, literally, like ignoring what James is saying and is saying, yeah, it's done, it's over. That's kind of being silly, you know. I know some people who say that, and it's just more of a joke than anything, and just fucking with me. And I mean, that's one thing. I'm not taking that serious. But in terms of actual people that's out here saying, yeah, no, this movie's not happening, like actually, standing on that hill, nah, I'm here to tell you it is happening. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah. Oh, there's another point that we got to make when it comes to Robert Pattinson's Batman. So some other people who are also in the same conversation actually make the point of that he's getting a little bit older, right? Now this wasn't a problem 3 years ago when he was the age he was playing in the Batman, the first one. Wasn't a problem when he was playing 20 something year old Bruce Wayne or whatever the case was, right? That wasn't a problem. But now, because he's going to be filming part two 3 4 years after the fact, even though it makes sense, could make sense to what Matt Reeves is doing with the timeline and him. No, it's not going to. According to them or how they're insinuating it, it's not going to be the same. He's going to be in his 40s, saying it like he can't pull it off. But if you make the offer, the proposition that then maybe they should bring him into the DCU, then the criticisms at that point are he's too young, he can't do it, he's not proposing the same type of vibe that James Gunn may propose. And I mean that it's at this point, you got to ask yourself, which one do you want? Because you can't have it both ways. You can't, for those who are actually saying this shit, standing on these hills, you can't have it both ways. It's not just going to end here. It's not. So, I mean, so yeah, to make this argument, it's kind of being silly. Don't you think? Just a little bit. Like at this point, you can show the time and the progression that he's went through. It actually makes sense. I mean, you know, you could see what has been done. You could see that, and even if you wanted to bring some people back, like the Riddler, you can see or show how long, what is it? What's the words? You could show how far he's progressed, what he's done since that time, because it's been a while since we've seen him. You know what I mean? We also know Joker's in the movie. We didn't see him, but we heard him. He spoke to fucking Riddler. We all know who that is. He was laughing and shit. That wasn't just another prisoner. As much as the movie is gonna say it because it's trying to not spoil the surprise, it's the Joker. So that's a possible second movie villain. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, I'm not saying it is, but we'll have to see. Me personally, if you're asking me who I want to see Hush. I want to see Matt Reeves, and not only just that, but DC finally utilize Hush Thomas Elliott the right way he's supposed to be in live action. I want to see that shit. It would actually be pretty interesting to see, one of Bruce Wayne's best friends brought up in this manner. You know what I'm saying? And then like, there's a psychological thing that Bruce and Batman is going through when it comes to Thomas Elliott and Hush. It would be the perfect opportunity for DC and Matt Reeves to do something like that with Hush, because I don't think we're ever gonna see that in the DCU. I think by that time we get Brave and the Bold, like that storyline will have already happened. I don't think we're gonna see that with old Batman. So yeah, I think it's the perfect opportunity for Matt Reeves to essentially bring in Thomas Elliott, do something a little different. You know what I mean? He already cameoed him in the first one when he put I think it was Thomas Wayne, and then he put Hush over Thomas Wayne. Like that was very deliberate to the character of Hush. So I mean, I don't see why he can't do it. That's just my opinion. That's just what I want. I don't really care to see Riddler and Joker again, but it's just something that you can do. You can see that, you know, that they're building up for something, or Riddler's doing something to come back. Because I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that he's going to come back in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? And if it's going to be big, then yeah, he might be the big villain in the third one. I think it's going to lead up to the War of Jokes and Riddles, which is essentially a Riddler and Joker storyline. But we'll have to see. We will definitely have to see. I mean, yeah, that's just really how I'm seeing it, and I'm coming here to give my. It's not even just my take, but just what it is. I'm coming to tell you what it is. I'm being forthwith up front about it. Facts, because a lot of people's gonna tell you the sun is red. I mean, it's really white or yellow. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Like the better one is some people are gonna tell you the sky is green, right? You're not gonna argue with them. Like these are the grass is blue type of people. You're not gonna argue with them. You're gonna you let them be on about their day. There's people that are telling you that you know 8 Batman movies are being done, or Robert Pattinson's gonna join this. There's a lot of people that's gonna give you false news because it's just clickbait. They're making money off of this shit. They're gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? Don't listen to them. If you really want to stay in the loop about what's happening with DC, wait for James Gunn. Listen for James Gunn. See what he says. Shit. Hell, even try asking him. He might even answer you back. I mean, it depends on where you're at in terms of the social media. He might answer you back. You might be one of the lucky people that does the fans work, does the fans, you know what I'm saying, does the fans justice, asking these certain questions that, hey man, is this happening, or hey, do you plan on doing this soon, or is there any updates on this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying do that, but who knows? But the point is that There's things that are announced to happen. There's things that have been announced but don't have release dates, that are not in development yet. No updates whatsoever yet. Nobody's made the claim that any of this shit is canceled. So here's what I'm proposing. If the Batman Part 2 is canceled, shit, DCU is canceled. How many projects are yet to be written? We haven't heard updates on nothing. We got, here's what we got. Superman done, ready to drop 2 months from now. Supergirl done filming, still needs to be done editing, go through all the legal loopholes, all that sort. Lanterns filming right now, if not already wrapped filming, gotta go through the legal loopholes. Creature Commandos season 1 dropped, season 2 now in production. Might be next year. I think it's something like that. Yeah. Let's really talk about it. I mean, that leaves Swamp Thing. So I think we got. I don't know if we got a director for that. No, we don't have a director for that. Clayface, Booster Gold, Paradise Lost. None of these have promising updates. The Batman Part 2 has more promising updates than Swamp Thing, than The Authority. These are two big movies, and Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters, by the way. Neither of these have updates. Clayface just got a movie plopped in there just recently. Wasn't a part of the original slate, but it got added into the whatchamacallit later on. So this is supposed to drop soon. But there's two big movies we haven't got fucking updates on. Yeah, there's a fucking release date. Yeah, it's the third release date. I get it. Third release date for the Batman Part 2. Still has a release date though. So really, where's your argument? What, that it got delayed 3 times? Yeah, because of a script problem, because of something that's going on with Matt Reeves personally in his life. It's not because they can't do it. No, they're giving him time. They don't want another Zack Snyder situation to happen. Last time that happened, they alienated a fucking fan base entirely from itself. Now they won't stop asking for him to come back and run DC in its entirety. Yeah, so yeah, let him cook. Let him cook. Let Matt Reeves cook. Let him go. Let him, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to rush him thinking that you're going to get a movie and you're going to get slop. You're going to get Matrix food. What the fuck is wrong with you? Come on. Use your head. Use your head for a second. No, all seriousness, being nice. I get it. I want to see this shit too. I actually completely understand. Which is why I'm choosing to kind of see some of this shit as like, passionate takes, passionate, you know, just passion, just passion, just to see the movie. That's how I'm taking it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, but just admit that. Don't make it seem like it's one thing when it's entirely another. You can't. You know what I mean? You can't make it to where it's like, oh, but this is happening. It's got this, but it's been delayed 3 times or whatever the fuck. If it's not happening, it's not happening. They're not gonna dilly dally, even though they're known for that. The difference is DC didn't have a separate studio to go ahead and say no, this is happening or this isn't happening. That was all up to Warner Brothers, which is why these people can come out and say certain things at certain times when they should have. See what I'm saying? James Gunn can do that. James Gunn can say no, it's happening. James Gunn's got full control. When it comes to Matt Reeves got to go to James Gunn. James Gunn don't got to go to nobody else. When it comes to the quarterly updates and shit like that, yeah, he got bosses to answer to. But in terms of creative decisions, in terms of what's happening in the actual DCU lore, that's up to him. When it comes to production, that's Peter. Business, that's Peter. Marketing, that's Peter. That's Peter Safran. Producer of Aquaman and a lot of horror movies, just a lot of movies. He's an executive producer. But point is, you know, we can't make these remarks, make these claims, and then just ignore what's really out there, what's being said. That's really my whole point in this video. You know what I'm saying? If the movie is done, if the movie is canceled, I will be one of the first people to tell you, one of the first people to make a fucking video about it. telling you it's done. This is exactly why. And I would show screenshots, and I should have, but I didn't. I didn't come prepared this time. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm just here talking about it. But all you have to do in this instance, so you can even pause this right now. Look up the Batman Part Two news. Look up Twitter, the Batman Part Two news is going to pop up right there. Boom, bada, bing, right there. I don't even shit. Anyways, yes, pop up right there. It's gonna tell you everything you need to know. Hell, my man Truth. Shout out to the Truth 31. My man Truth even did a video. He likes to fuck around every now and then, even though with all the updates and shit like that. Even with James Gunn confirming positive updates, because I'm a fan of this movie. I turned him into a fan of this movie. Shout out to you, Truth. You already know. You already know. But anyways, he likes to fuck around. Yeah, it's canceled. Da 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 da. But he's really just somebody who fucks around and shit like that. But like he even did a video where James Gunn confirmed it. I gotta find it for you guys, but if you just look up the Batman Part 2 news, the Truth 31, I guarantee you there's at least 4 videos where he's talking about it as of recently. He posts every day. Go ahead and like, subscribe, share the videos. Anyways, that's what this is the shit that I'm trying to say. If you really want to know the official word right now, the Batman Part 2 is happening. It is it happening? Is it dropping tomorrow in theaters? No, unfortunately not. Sorry to tell you. I'm a little upset too. Come on, bud. Let's go home. But like, I'm just saying, no. You gotta look at this shit realistically. Like, if you rush slop, rush slop. If you rush shit, you're gonna get slop. If you don't rush shit, you're gonna get what you put in there. You see what I'm saying? If you put exactly what you put in there, you're gonna get out of it what you put in there, right? There's no way that you don't. There's no way that you get around that. So that's why I keep saying let him cook. Because if you don't, and you push these people to push him, or you get a canceled movie, or you get a bad movie with reshoots underway. So yeah, let's relax. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And again, if it does get canceled, I'll tell you all about it. Shit, I'll even apologize because I was one of the first people that kept coming out and saying this looks bad, but this movie will still happen, 100%. So yeah, I will be one of the first people to confirm if it's actually canceled or not when it gets canceled. So yeah, that's just how I'm looking at it. I already spoke about Hush. I think I already spoke about what I wanted to do for seeing from DCU Batman. Um, yeah, I mean, and I don't think Robert Pattinson's going to look any different. In fact, I think like if they should they should make him look different as possible. You see what I'm saying? Like, because as the years go on, it's more than just like age. Like Batman gets scarred a lot. He goes through shit, and you see it. You know what I mean? Like that's what they need to do. They need to make they need to add more of Batman experience on him. They need to make it look like he's been in this mud now. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's this symbol of hope at the end of the first one, he's now more than what he was prior. And I think that's what Christopher Nolan tried to do in The Dark Knight. And for the time being, it came off as it came off. But looking back, it wasn't really the best. A lot of people actually like the first Batman. But we ain't talking about wow. We're not talking about the Nolan trilogy. Talking about this. When it comes to the Batman Part Two, I think that's what they should do. They should. It's more than just an upgraded bat suit. Make him a little bit buffer. See what I'm saying? Like make it look like he's been actually perfecting his craft as the Batman, like it's not as just Batman, as the Batman. Like you want him to be that, embrace that as best as you can with the realistic world that you've built. You want him to be that, then let him be that. You see Batman right here? You see how fucking towering he is? You see he looks like fucking ox even in this suit of armor? Not saying do that, but you can tell that Arkham Knight Batman looks completely different from Arkham Origins Batman. Do that. Even the Arkham Asylum, he looks starkly different. He was a little bit small, just a little bit smaller in Origins. Put a little bit of beef on him, scar him up more, and roll the Batman Part 2. That's what I say about that shit. And I think you're going to get a great fucking Batman. At the very least, if you don't get a good Batman movie, which we all want. But we all want a good Batman too, right? I know you want that. Um, I think that's gonna be it. I think it's nearing to that time. Seeing Alfred on the screen, you already know what the fuck time it is. Look, any support is appreciated. I ain't forcing you to do shit. Um, I appreciate you for stopping by here today. What do you think? Do you think this shit is canceled? Matter of fact, I don't even want to know. Don't piss me off. Now I'm just playing with you. Tell me seriously. What do you think? Do you think we're gonna see this movie? Are you upset that this movie got delayed 3 times? I am. Express that. Show me. You know what I'm saying? Because trust me, I feel the same fucking way. But yeah, man. Any support is appreciated. If you do, hit that like, subscribe button. I'm gonna see you on Gotham, baby.